Moreno. I'm Mexican American, born and raised in Los Angeles. You know, grew up in a sub-city in Los Angeles called Venice. The owner of Venice Kush brand. How it came about the name, 2010. Well, I mean, started getting tired of living the way I was living. It was a whole different lifestyle, right? You know, I used to hang out, do bad things. But yeah, basically, I grew up in Venice, you know. Anytime I was out of jail, I grew up right there, you know. That's where I was around. And I started growing weed like in 2002 when I got out of YA. I get out of YA, you know, kind of getting tired of going back to jail, back and forth. I mean, been doing that for a long time. 21 years old, I'm coming home, I ain't even got nowhere to go. You know, I remember like, damn, like, this ain't me, you know? And so I started growing weed. I learned how to grow weed. Some dude had shown me how to grow weed, you know, and I had some weed called, at them times it was called Pre-98 Bubba. It was fire. You know, I had a good cut. You know, I had a cut from this dude, you know. It tasted like coffee almost. And being from the city of Venice, well, the internet started popping, you know, so I registered this name, VeniceKush.com, you know, 2010. And ever since then, well, I started messing with the internet, trying to design things on my own. At first, you know, it was just like a hobby, like a joke, you know. But as time went by, I started getting good, you know, like Photoshop, you know. That's one of the main things that helps me, you know. Then I started using the theme of Venice Beach, you know. So next thing you know, I started branding stuff, you know, called Venice Kush, and I started selling them. You know, it's kind of illegal, you know, but I was doing it anyway, you know. And at some point, I knew I had to get it all legit. So now what I did was I started a clothing brand. So I started a clothing brand. I had a little collective, and I figured I could make money from it instead of selling drugs in the street. I would just go to these collectives and they would buy the weed, you know, the plants, like all of that, you know. And now, you know, it's like, I don't know, like 9 years later, you know what I mean? Things been rough because I've been, you know, having some minor setbacks, you know. But now it looks like the road's clear pretty much. This year, 2019 should be good. Straight up, man. Got some good things coming up, you know, but basically I'm from the city right here, you know. I grew up right here. I ran around right here, you know, so being from the city, that's how I got Venice. And then Kush, well, I mean, I was growing the weed and it's Venice Kush, Venice Kush ever since, you know. Everybody knows that, you know, some like it, some don't, you know. Sometimes imagine that. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it comes down to, you know. Yeah, I gotta just keep it going, you know. I got a distribution company about to set up. About to be doing a lot of moves, you know. Got a big gig going. Got like 160 acres, you know, up in what is it? It's Desert Hot Springs, you know. Yeah, we were supposed to be involved in some type of ballpark, so we'll see how that plays out at the end of next year. Yeah, you know, yeah, that one got cut short. But straight up, good joint. Straight up, I'm just like, but yeah, you know, there's a whole lot. It's been a big adventure, you know. Really, where, yeah, because you know, I mean, there's more to it. It's a long story. It's not like a 5-minute thing, you know. Like the way it really came about. Like I sat in jail a lot since I was a kid, you know, and basically every time I went to jail, it was just I was hanging out with people out there in Venice. I mean, so I keep going in and out, you know. Been to a lot of jails, you know. Been to placement, juvenile hall, YA, county jail, state prison, you know. Been to a few places, you know. Just get tired of it. Started just building a brand off it, you know. A lot of even my products, you know, it's just some people that, you know, I don't know, I guess you could say we fell off, you know, so I named them after them, you know, like, got nothing but love for them, but it is what it is, you know. Like, hey, you know, it's like sometimes like all your old friends are gone. You know, straight up. But yeah, man. Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about the plant?
About the plant?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a handful of things, you know. I mean, I just like seeing them grow, you know. Like I make clones and stuff, and like 1 minute I'm taking off one plant, and next thing you know, like when I look at the ones that are tagged, it's like 5 months later I got this big ass plant now. You know, it's that same one that I cut. Like I bring life into this world, straight up.
So you like bringing life. You like to see them alive.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Who don't like, you know, like palm trees flowing, you know, the ocean waves, like everything just moving, everything's flowing, you know, nobody getting nobody's way.
Right. You said something about coffee earlier. What did you say?
Coffee? Oh yeah, wow. I drink coffee. What?
Something about it. Do you like the drinking abstract of the plant?
Yeah, actually, we had a few sodas, you know, that I got like some promo type ones. Yeah, they were too strong though, you know what I mean? But yeah, I like drinking it.
Do you also know how to make it out of oils? Because as you can see, like the dementia, Alzheimer sickness is really high up, and right now people are looking for tinctures. Are you planning on?
Yeah, well, yeah, we got a machine,
Yeah.
you know? Yeah.
Nice. So you're like a green doctor.
For me, yeah, well, I mean, along the years, you know, you just figure out different things, you know, you're always reading up on it, just checking out blogs, you know, like what they talking about. You know, it's like they got a bunch of new things going on, you know. Originally, when I was doing it, it was pretty much like we were just getting money for the weed, you know.
Yeah.
Nowadays, man, you save the trim and all that before we just throw it away, straight up, you know.
Right. So can you tell like if people are faced with certain anxiety or maybe they're having a hard time sleeping, insomnia and things like that, are you able to place them with what type of plant they should inhale or how to use it?
I mean, I could recommend something, but you know what I mean, I think it functions different on everybody. They kind of gotta experience it on their own, you know. I wouldn't want to do some shit going on, you know what I mean? But that's dangerous, you know. Not to mention the cops, those guys show up, you know, the troublemakers, man. Oh man, those guys, you know? But it is a weird feeling though, you know, because like I had a warehouse out here, 20,000 square feet, you know, full blast, and the cops knew what I was doing, you know, and they used to look at me, but they knew it was legit, you know what I mean? Because one of my partners right there, well, you know, he was kind of like big money, so the cops even knew him, and you know, he was a white guy. So I mean, basically, we got a pass, you know, but it was interesting, you know, because before, like, hey, hi, close the door or something, you know what I mean? I've had the cops knock on my door, you know, and I got plants all over the garage, you know, like, simply just throwing some trash, you know, these guys just come, you know what I mean? They're trying to cause trouble. Straight up.
And what do you think those experiences teach you?
Well, I mean, for sure, like nowadays, since the opportunities there that you could go legal with it, well, I mean, I'd rather just go with that, you know, I'm tired of going to jail, you know, 37 years old, you know, like, I'm cool, I got like 5 kids, you know, so it's like, hell nah, you know, like, I ain't got time for jail, you know, I got bills to pay.
So, after all that, right, so you go from that to the whole opposite context of where do you see it as far as its future, like Venice Kush is concerned, like how big is your vision for it?
My goal here is basically, I'm gonna start obviously with taking over my city, you know, straight up, you know, it's like, there's a gang of collectives here, I mean, I don't see why, because there's some of them, they're locals, you know, like, we could all do something together, and I think I got an amazing name, they come from across the world, it's like, they're looking, like, for weed, you know, like, they'll be Venice Kush, you know what I mean, it's out there, you know, the name's out there, so it's like, everybody looks for, you know, weed at Venice Beach, you know, so I mean, it's a common thing.
Where is the furthest place on this planet where you've done business with somebody?
Just out here, like most of it's in Los Angeles, but I mean I've been out there like San Bernardino, but that's about it. Not much, not much.
Do you suffer from anything right now, any ailments or whatever that the plant helps to relieve?
Oh well, yeah, a few things, you know what I mean? Since I was a kid, I got hit by a car, you know, when I was young, you know, I was just a kid. So like my whole body now, you know, I didn't believe in that it hurts later, you know? And yeah, now it hurts, you know, but I've had that, you know, I've fallen off of like buildings and stuff, you know what I mean? Like I've been shot like 5 times in my back, so I get a lot of pain, you know, especially when it's cold. It's like, you know, it's like somebody's just running a screwdriver through your back, you know, but I just medicate and I'm good, man, you know what I mean? Like I like prefer OGs, you know, straight up. That just gets me loaded. It avoids the pain, you know, I can continue working.
How much benefit do you think you can bring to people as far as health-wise? Like the plant's concerned, like you have Rick Simpson now, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any other types of products besides like the Rick Simpson and stuff like that? Actually, yeah, talk about your products.
Products? Oh
Yeah.
man, I mean, I make different ones, you know, and then I just stick to which ones that they hit, you know. The ones that I don't see much people's interest, I just stop doing them. But I got different ones. I got like, you know, El Marrano, straight up. It's a big old cigar. It's like hash down, crystalline down, you know. I got a bubble hash in there, got wax, you know, all that good stuff, man. It just, I mean, you go halfway. You got to take that to a party. You can't just, you know, handle that yourself. I mean, you could, but I mean, you're just gonna be plastered. You know, I mean, you only get so high. You know, I mean, from my opinion, you know, 'cause, I mean, you get too high, you go to sleep. You know. Yeah, but I got the Marrano. I got the Torpedo. I got cigarettes. I got, you know, I got a few different things, you know. But like I said, the ones that I see that they hit, well, those are the ones that I do. The ones that just kind of like phase them out, you know, make them for personal reasons. That's about it.
Talk about your Venice Kush mascot.
Oh, my fucking mascot. Oh, he's Mr. Grizzly, you know. I'm actually making a brand after this guy, you know. He's like the only one that don't leave me hanging, you know. It's like his name is Mr. Grizzly, aka the Venice Bully, you know. He's bad. He's like he's a American bully and he's a Miyagi bloodline. So this dude, I mean, you know, anybody knows about dogs like the American bully. This dude's hard. He's a pocket size, you know. He's pocket size. He don't listen, you know, but he's bad, eh? Like my dog is bad, you know. Yeah, so him, that's what I ended up doing, you know. He looked so sharp that he deserved to get a brand name after him, you know. And he's my sidekick, so basically, you know, he's the Venice Bully, you know. He'll push around, and I mean, we're looking for dogs too, you know. By the way, I'm trying to breed them, you know. He can't be the last one.
So as far as Venice Kush and its branding, do you plan to go beyond the cannabis industry as far as taking the brand and the name?
Yeah, basically anything that I could think of or, you know, that I can come up with, I mean, I'm just gonna label it, you know, just stamp the brand on it, you know, real simple, you know. You're gonna see it at your local hotel that, like, you know, they might be matches or something, be stamped Venice Kush, you know, like, I ain't even gonna put no weed leaf or nothing, you know, just the name says it all.
As far as the name, has there been any offers to you to try and buy it?
Yeah, I've had, not that long ago, soon, you know, since this stuff been booming, I got a dude, he wanted to give me $150,000 just for the website name. I got these websites, I bought a lot of website names, and I mean, just from that, you know, I mean, they want to give me that. I've had offers while I was running the warehouse, you know. It's just, yeah, there's opportunities out there.
What do you think's your next step as far as what you're planning to work on in the near future? What aspect of your business?
Basically, I just want to distribute to all 50 states somehow, some way. You know, whether it's through the CBD industry or the cannabis. I just want to be known basically worldwide for sure. You know.
So you do CBD as well?
Yeah.
Contrast with Walmart?
Yeah, I mean, I already see it. I see it at the gas stations, you know. It's like, man, if it could be like the pack of, you know, gummy bears or whatever it is, well, here it is, you know, guess what? You know, top shelf, you know, the keys.
What do you think is your favorite strain as far as flowers are concerned?
My favorite strain, well, you know, along the years I came up with my own. I got 7 different ones, you know, and it's just from seeds that I crossed, you know. Some I don't even know what they are, but I mean, I got one called El Marrano, you know. That stuff right there just like kick you in the ass, you know, just put you down, you know. Sometimes it's more just smoking it at home.
So your preference is indica over sativa?
Yeah, for sure.
Why is that?
I mean, you know, I get a lot of pain when it gets cold, you know, at night, no matter what. My back hurts, my head hurts, you know. Straight up.
Besides just cannabis, do you have any preference or influence as far as maybe combining Yeska with like music?
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, based on, you know, like the culture over here at Venice Beach, well, I mean, everybody does music, you know, my preference is basically like rap music, you know what I mean? So, at some point, like, because cannabis is such a link to the music industry, I know I'm gonna fall, you know, in that category as well, you know, probably be signing an artist, you know, whatever it might be. Yeah,
right, so Venice Kush
we had this one guy, man, you know, killer song, you know what I mean? Just too bad. I mean, I guess the guy moved away or something, you know? But King Snaps produced it. It's called Venice Kush, the song by what is it? Stone, Superstar Stone, and that's who the guy is, you know? And I mean, he got down, you know, but you know, like I said, the guy moved away and that was it, you know?
You plan on building a team? Or like, as far as employment concerned, like, how's your like business structure?
Yeah, I mean, I plan on hiring a lot of people, you know, get back to the community basically, you know, but basically directing people that I know, you know, that I know they should have a whole lot more than what they got, you know, with all these people coming up out of this place, man. I said, there's some dudes that, you know, that me personally that I know that help me out. So if I can help them out, yeah, those are the first people I'm helping, you know. I went through, as a kid, you know, that back then the city used to have money and it was an area where there was a lot of violence. So they had all these programs, you know, like Project Heavy West, like the Venice Teen Post, you know. I mean, years later, I caught myself working as a game counselor myself, you know? Straight up, I went from basically being one of the kids being counseled, you know, to now I'm the counselor, you know? And it's like, yeah, it just feels weird, you know?
What perspective of the city was that able to give you? Because like, that's kind of like being like on the inside, knowing when you're like a gang counselor and stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was a gang counselor. I was going to like meetings in City Hall with like the mayor, you know, having like all these private meetings and stuff, you know. And I guess they were we were asking for funding or something, you know. It was like gang intervention, and we were called the Venice 2000 Helper Alliance, you know. And so basically, I started meeting like some of these guys that down the line I'd be sending them letters talking about, hey dude, you know, I'm conducting business as a medical marijuana collective, you know, and one day, you know what I mean, you know, I get some weird call from some of them, you know what I mean, like, and I'm just like tripping out because they know who I am, you know, and they look at me like they know who I am, so it's like, they look at it different, you know, like, how's this guy doing this, you know, and it's like, they get the wrong idea. Straight up.
You think that there's a lot of opposition to you trying to create your dream?
Nah.
Or do you think you ran through it or past that already?
Nah, man. I look at it like this. I've noticed in recent years, man, if I could think it, I can have it, you know, and that's what I'm doing, you know what I mean? Like, I'm basically just gonna attract it. It's my world, you know? It's nobody else's world, you know? I shouldn't get in your way. If anything, I'll help you, you know what I mean? Like, hey, I welcome anybody, you know what I mean? Like, that's just how I feel, you know? Like, I'm here to just make it like a happier place.
What's one thing about you think people would be surprised to know?
Me? Man, there's a lot of things, you know? I play like 5 different roles in one day. You know, one moment, I'm Venice Kush, you know what I mean? Next moment, I'm dad, you know? Next moment, I'm the guy on the streets. Next moment, I mean, I could be anything, you know? Like, I've noticed that, you know, like 5 different people, you know, just sit there and shuffle like personalities. I don't know, you know? It's interesting.
Where do you think you obtain your peace of mind?
Peace of mind? Basically my kids, you know, when I come home and I know that they're mine, can't nobody change that. That's one thing that's mine, and they're there.
How was the life behind the bars, so to speak? Like, how difficult is it, really?
Well, behind bars, huh? That's like taking me way back. I ain't been in jail for a while, you know what I mean? But, you know, I mean, when I left that place, I was more worried about what I was gonna do to not end up back in jail, you know what I mean? So it's like, as a kid, I hated it, you know? Like I said, I went to jail when I was young, so I hated it. And but what happens is like anything, you know, like you can train anything, and after years of going in and out of jail, you get just used to it, you know? Like you're not even worried, you know? You're more worried about going over here and going up the hallway and, you know, visiting, and you're gonna, you know, get chocolates, you know, and all this type of stuff. So you get used to it, you know? Get used to that thing. You know, so it's like nothing. If anything, when I got out of YA, like I said, man, I remember I got notes, you know, where it's like questions that I needed to ask people, you know? And it was like questions that like people, they see me ask these questions and they're gonna look at me like, are you serious, you know? I'm worried about what's the phone number I'm gonna call, you know? I had parents. I went to YA and I went in as a kid and came out like an adult. You know, I had a kid, I ain't got no job. I mean, the only thing I remember was just getting in trouble, you know? Like, they sent me to YA for a few months, you know? It took me about 4 years to get out of there. You know, and it was like, I didn't know what to do. I had questions where I'm like, ask the parole officer, where am I gonna live? I don't know where I'm gonna go, you know? I don't even know where my family's at, you know? My brother passed away while I was in there, like, basically, like, my foundation, my home was gone, you know what I mean? Like, I get out of YA, I'm going to the beach. I went straight to the beach. I remember I get off on Main and Sunset and I walk straight down back to where I went to jail from, basically, you know? And I go there, ain't nothing changed, but, you know, there's the same people there, you know, but it felt good seeing them, you know, straight up, because I don't know nobody else, and it's like, damn, I had to get the number from them to get a hold of my family, you know, but I mean, but then and now, a lot of things change, you know, that's why I use that as experience, you know, like, I know how it feels, you know, like to come home with nothing, you know, like you're a grown man, what you mean you can't, you ain't got nothing, you know, you ain't doing nothing, like, you know, I mean, I remember getting on the bus that day, I get on the bus and I'm just like, where am I going? You know what I mean? Like, I know that my mom don't live here no more, I got other brothers, but, you know, I don't know where they're at, you know, and it's like, at the end of the day, I've been on a big mission, you know, and that's how even the Venice Kush comes in, because the whole time that's all I got, you know what I mean? Like, that's all I got, you know, straight up. It's like I had to build something, you know, like I don't have no tattoo where you can see them, you know what I mean? Because when I used to sit in jail, like, I used to really think, you know what I mean? Like, I sit there and just think, and it was like, well, at some point, I know that all this is gonna be fun and games, gonna be over. I got a kid, you know, like, I'm gonna grow up at some point, you know, so I don't wanna have all these tattoos. You know, a lot of the guys that I know, you know, like, that I know from there, like, some of them, you know, they're never coming home, you know? And then, well, some other ones, well, they go home and die, you know, like, a lot of guys I knew from YA, like, they would just go to jail.